Hello, my name is Doug Warner, and I'm going to show you how to code in GameMaker Studio. Alright, this is video one of a series of videos I plan on making. It's going to show someone how to use GameMaker Studio from start to finish, primarily focusing on using math. This video right here will be an introductory video, and it will show you how to do basic functions like creating sprites and rooms and placing objects on the screen. Alright. Before you can actually make a game, you have to have at least one room. So let's start from the beginning. Alright. If you look over here on the left side of the screen, you have this thing, a bunch of folders right here. This is called a resource tree. And this is where I usually go when I want to create a resource. And that's one of the main things I'll be using. The next will be the play button right here, and the file menu button right here. Now let's open up the file and create a new project. So file, new project, save change, no. Alright. Yeah, why aren't you okay, I don't know what that means. Okay. Create. No, still don't want to save it. Alright. Now we have a new project. We're starting from scratch. We have nothing. And the first thing you want to do is you want to create a room. And if you don't create a room, this is what will happen when you push the play button. A game must have at least one room to run. Okay, so let's create a room. Go to the room, file, and right click on it. And then push create room. And you'll have your room right here. And in the settings folder or menu or tab, it'll have room 0 as its name, the width of 1024, height of 768, and a speed of 30 frames per second. You can change any of these values, but I'm just going to leave them the way they are right now. Alright, the three main tabs we'll be looking at in the room window is the setting tab, the object tab, and the background tab. Now we're not going to load up a background, but if you wanted to, you can just go over here to this I don't know what that icon is. I guess it's a list box icon. You click on that and then you can load up a background. Now what we're going to do is just going to change the color from gray to, let's say, purple. Push OK, and we're done with the room for now. Next you want to do is you want to add objects to the background. But in order for these objects to be seen, they must have a sprite applied to them. So the first thing we'll do is we'll create a sprite. Well, we'll create two sprites. Well, let's just create one sprite. That's all really we need. We'll create one sprite. So go to sprites, the sprites folder, right click on it, and then push create sprite. Now you can actually create sprite in the sprite editor, but I'm not going to do that. They got a lot of videos out there that tell you how to do that. You can figure out how to do that yourself. I'm just going to load up one I created in Photoshop. Now Photoshop, you don't really need Photoshop to create sprites. A really great program to use would be GIMP 2, and they also have areas where you can get sprites for free. If you look on the web, just push free sprites and they'll show you something. Alright, so push load sprite, and I have a folder made already called ZZ Images, and I'm just going to grab an image. Let's just call it tile start, and I'm going to center my sprite and then push OK. Wait, I want to name it though. What you want to do is you want to name it, and you want to start off with a prefix. It's usually SPR underscore. That's just the way they do it in GameMaker Studio, and it also makes it easier to find your resource when you're trying to write it into your code. So we go SPR, non-caps, SPR, just call it start, and then say OK. Now what we want to do now is create an object. I'm going to create an object with the same name, except I'll have a different prefix to it. and the prefix will be, since it's an object, I'm going to call it OBJ. So go to Objects, right click on it, and push Create Object, and push OBJ Start. And then I'm going to add that sprite to this object so it can be seen on the screen. And then push OK. Alright, now we have an object. Now, in order to see the object on the screen, we go to the Object tab in the Room Property, and right here, this is where you add your object. You click on this button right here, and it'll have more than just one object. If you created more, it'll have a list of them, but we only have one, so we can use this one and then click on the screen. Now, you can put as many as you want on the screen as you like. It doesn't really matter. But they're all basically the same object. They're just an instance of the original object. That's it for the introduction to GameMaker Studio. That's really all you need to actually really get started. The next video will go into basic math.